As long as we got each other, we got the world spinning right in our hands, baby, you and me. We gotta be the luckiest dreamers who never quit dreaming. As long as we keep on giving, we can take anything that comes our way, baby, rain or shine, all the time. We got each other, sharing the laughter and love. Okay, and we are back. Welcome, everybody, to the Nightmare Room as we say goodbye to Dr. Aaron Seaver, also known to the world as Mr. Alan Thicke. Many of us grew up watching and some of us wishing that maybe he was our dad, because he was just one of the coolest dads in 80s TV history. You know, just sad to see some of these people go, especially at a young age. I mean, 69 is not an old age. And so, rest in peace, Alan Thicke. Welcome to the Nightmare Room, everybody. After that little sad note, we say goodbye to him, and I say hello to you. And let's pick up the tempo. This is the normal layout that we usually have here on the Nightmare Room, but I've been playing with some stuff, and we're going to try something a little new. We're going to have an alternate layout. And let me know which one you like better in the comments section below as we change from the normal to the new. And here we go, as we got our little news crawl down at the bottom. Don't forget to keep your eyes on that for the latest right here at the Sledgehammer Sports Network. And we got some good stories today. As I teased yesterday in our Roadblock preview and predictions video, if you haven't watched that, I'll link that in the description below, and check your little card message in the top. You could click there if you want to get to that. And shit, where the hell was I? All right, interesting stories for today. The biggest being the announcement coming from Triple H and William Regal and the guys down there about the UK Championship tournament. We are going to talk about that in just a minute, but first we're going to get a couple of things out of the way. The very first thing being the Dana Brooke incident. Now, I don't like to talk about Dana Brooke because I fucking hate Dana Brooke. She is the Miss Piggy of World Wrestling Entertainment, and I just can't stand her. Which prompted me, as I've mentioned before on this show many times, to purchase the shirt that a fellow podcaster, JD from New York, he has his Get Off My TV collection, of which he finally made one of Miss Dana Brooke, which I have put on to illustrate to you today that this is my shirt. Get off my TV. I fucking hate your face. So I decided, because I see a lot of people tweeting to JD when they receive their merchandise, pictures wearing the shirt, whatever. And I wasn't really going to do that because I'm not looking for recognition from him. I don't care whether or not he knows I support him. I'm one of his followers. I'm one of his loyal fans. And I'm going to remain so, regardless what he thinks, as long as he never calls me out and calls me a goon or disrespects me in any way. I have no problem with the guy. He's fucking fantastic. And I loved the shirt because it sends out a message that I am proud to display on my chest. And I received this shirt 2 weeks ago on a Monday, and I tried it on, and I was very happy with it. And that Monday night, there was no Dana Brooke on Raw. And I chalked this up to coincidence until the very next week on Raw, there was once again no sign of Miss Piggy. And I wanted to relay this to JD. So I tweeted to him a picture of myself in the shirt, giving the rock and roll signs, telling him 2 weeks in a row, no Dana Brooke, these fucking shirts work, man. Fucking awesome. And I'm going to pull this up for you right now because I tagged Dana Brooke in this, and the moron retweeted and liked this, which makes me wonder one of two things. First, let's pull up the tweet right here. Boom! Dana Brooke retweeted Nick Nightmare's tweet. You could read it for yourself. Got the shirt last Monday, 2 weeks in a row. No at Dana Brooke WWE on hashtag Raw. They work, dude. Tagging at JD from New York. Just wanted him to know that. And you could see the picture in the inset. Obviously, we can't poke it and enlarge it, but you can see it. Here it is. Here's your fucking picture. They work, dude. Awesome. She retweeted this. She retweeted my negativity about her. She was proud and liked the fact that I was happy to not see her fat snout on Monday Night Raw 2 weeks in a row, which leads me to think she's either brilliant because she's of the mind that any press and any, any news is good news. Anybody talking about you is a good thing. Whether it's negative or positive, you're generating a reaction. Maybe she gets this. I'm not going to give her that much credit, but it's possible that she knows at least this and is cool with it, which kind of takes away from me wearing it. If she's cool with it and she actually likes that I don't want her on my TV, then she's not getting the message. Nobody's getting the message, and it's getting misconstrued as support in a way. She liked this. She liked this. It's very clear. Get off my TV. I don't want to see you. She liked it, and not only did she like it, but she retweeted it to all of her followers, and my fucking phone blew up that night with people who are her fans liking and retweeting my tweet that I hate her with wearing a shirt that is clearly her that says, get off. I don't understand. And I find it so fucking hysterical. And I'm torn in a way that, there's a part of me that wants to be like, all right, she's kind of cool. But then there's the bigger part of me that says, this fucking fat bitch, this pig-nosed, Miss Piggy, Muppet, Botchfest wannabe wrestler took all the meaning out of this shirt. Because if she likes it, then there's no point. The whole thing was to make you mad. You were supposed to get mad, Dana Brooke. So that's that. That is the Dana Brooke incident on Twitter. Guys, please leave me a comment below. Let me know if I'm fucking crazy for thinking the way I'm thinking. Let me know what you think about what this crazy bitch did. Because I don't think she gets it. She's blonde. No offense to the blondes, but I don't think it registered correctly. And if it did, and she still had the guts and the chutzpah to fucking put it out there for everybody in her world to see, then I guess I gotta give her a little bit of a prop right there. But that's it. That's all you get, because when you show up on Tribute to the Troops and ruin the streak of the shirt, you ruin my whole day. You took all the fucking power out of my shirt. I'm still gonna wear it because I still mean what it says. You bitch. Let's get on to the real news, everybody. Let's talk quickly about Tag Team Apocalypto. This is going to be hard to talk about because I sat through this 2 hours last night on Pop TV. Tag Team Apocalypto from the Dome of Deletion in Cameron, North Carolina. I'm going to be honest with you. This is just terrible. But it was so much fun. Now, not the first half of the show. The very first segment of the show was fun because we had the in-ring debut of Matt Hardy's 1-year-old son, King Maxwell. And Rockstar Spud comes out. He's talking some trash saying that he's tired of King Maxwell getting his TV time. Like Rockstar Spud deserves fucking TV time anyway. Anybody that doesn't watch TNA, you're not going to know who I'm talking about. And we're not going to get really in-depth with it. But the bottom line is, this guy calls out King Maxwell. He wants to be his first opponent. There's no disqualifications in this match. King Maxwell comes pimping out the entranceway, which was a giant painting of Matt Hardy's face, and everybody was coming out of Matt Hardy's mouth the whole night. This thing was fucking ridiculous. It was crazy. So he comes pimping out in a little Mercedes, one of those toy Mercedes, drives himself to the ring. This is pre-taped, everybody, so the cuts are obvious. But Senor Benjamin, Matt Hardy's gardener, gets in the ring unbeknownst to Rockstar Spud and tases him with an electric taser. Little King Maxwell goes running over to him, jumps on him for the cover, 1, 2, 3. Absolute nonsense, but it was funny. It was fun to watch, and Matt Hardy was just besides himself and all his craziness, and I just fucking enjoyed every minute of that. But then we had, they tried to do an episode of Impact from this little dome, which had maybe 30 people on the outside, and they were all just chanting delete, delete, delete the whole night. It was very annoying. I loved the chant, but it was somewhat overwhelming to the smaller, more intimate, almost non-venue for this whole fucking thing. And I just wanted them to shut up and let these people do what they had to do. But then we had that broad Sienna. She came out and she's challenging, open challenge to anybody in the world because she's the number one contender and she's going to whatever. And we have Vanguard 1 come out. Matt Hardy's drone, his electronic flying fucking drone, comes out to challenge this woman for her number one contendership for the women's championship in TNA. Now I'm getting mad now that I'm even watching this. This is fucking ridiculous. What? So the referee's like, no, a woman can't fight a drone. This is stupid. And he says the drone can't partake in it. The drone flies away, all angry, cares about a fucking drone. And then we have ODB come back to TNA. This disgusting slob of a woman who's just fucking gross, and she gained a lot more weight since the last time I seen her. She hasn't fucking wrestled on TNA in maybe a decade. She looked like shit. They had this terrible match. It was horrible, and this was the worst part of the whole show for me personally. Then we had some other shit go down. We had Itchweed. Anybody that don't know who Itchweed is, you don't need to know who Itchweed is. Because it's just Jeff Hardy in another costume, much like what Matt Hardy's doing. And he's this real hyper, and he talks like that. He's fucking annoying. It's fucking ridiculous. And he goes and has this crazy match with some guy. I don't even remember his name because he's a nobody. He was just some fucking guy they probably picked up at the local fucking North Carolina Kmart and threw a fucking wrestling gear on him and said, your name is something Sterling, and you're going to have this match against this guy that's supposed to be Jeff Hardy, but not. The match was not too bad. It was fucking ridiculous. At one point, Itchweed Jeff Hardy locks in a sleeper hold on his opponent and put himself to sleep in the process somehow. And in the funniest moment of the match, the crowd is just fucking chanting, wake up, wake up, wake up, trying to wake up fucking Itchweed before the ref gets to the 10 count because both guys are laid out on the mat. Absolute ridiculousness. And the whole thing picks up that we have a world title match. Bobby Lashley, who I can't stand. He's just fucking meat and potatoes boring. He's got no emotion in his face. Even when he tries to be mad, it looks like his same fucking face over. He's just very stone-faced, and I just can't stand him. I never liked him when he was with Vince, and I don't like him now. And he's been the focal point of TNA over the last year or two. He's been the champion, dominating fucking everything, and it's really bringing me down as a fan over there. But he has this title match against Eddie Edwards, who is the current champion, and who's actually pretty good. He reminds me of a very young Dynamite Kid, or a Chris Benoit. Shh, don't say that name. Oh, don't say that name. This ain't a WWE show. Chris Benoit exists, And this guy reminds me of him. And this match never ended. They ended up fighting their way to the outside, and even during Tag Team Apocalypto, these two were fighting in and around the madness that was happening in Apocalypto, which is what came next. Tag Team Apocalypto began probably about 9:15-ish. And from this point on, I just had a fucking blast watching all this craziness. We had the Rock and Roll Express, who looked freshly in their 70s. There was no mistaking it. And they actually put on an entertaining show against the Hardys in a ring. A 4-sided ring, by the way. We had a 6-sided ring in the dome and then a 4-sided ring outside in the grass. There was a volcano in North Carolina somewhere, which exploded at one point and sent everybody flying in the back. Lots of dramatic Hollywood-style shots. Really, really overproduced. If you enjoyed Delete and Decay, if you enjoyed the original thing that Matt Hardy was doing with Jeff Hardy, and if you enjoy him at all, you will have enjoyed this whole segment. It was 45 minutes of just craziness. We had like 20 guys that nobody's ever seen before or heard of that were just fucking probably like the other guy. They just picked up a van full of jackasses, dressed them up, and told them these are wrestlers. They were fake tag teams. Nobody legit came except for the Rock and Roll Express. You had the Helms Dynasty there, and you had Decay. That was pretty much all you needed, and that's all you had as far as real legit tag teams. And it had its funny moments. You seen Shane Helms get thrown into the Lake of Resurrection only to come out and be resurrected as 3-count Shane Helms. And the Helms Dynasty's trying to dance with him like they used to do in WCW when he was 3-count. And he's like, wait a minute, you're not Evan Courageous. You're not Shannon Moore. You guys suck. And then they super kick his ass back into the lake. And then he comes back out as this version of the Hurricane. And Matt Hardy's displeased with the Lake of Resurrection. Why would you bring back such filth? It's campy and it's head shaking, but it was fucking funny. And it was fun. And in the end, the Hardys win, of course. They were shooting people with fucking Roman candles. We had Hornswoggle show up as Rockstar Spud's secret partner. It was just absolute fucking madness. And that's all we're going to talk about, because it was crazy. They had 2 boom trucks. You know, if you don't know what a boom truck is, it's a giant crane that has a bucket that you would see like your local telephone repairman will be hoisted up in a bucket on a crane. That's called a boom crane, for those of you who don't know. They had 2 boom cranes set up outside the 4-sided ring in their yard in and around the dome of deletion. And Ricky Morton and Jeff Hardy were fighting each other, each one in a bucket, facing each other in midair, boom, 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 trying to fight each other through this thing. Jeff Hardy at one point gets on top of the bucket, does a senton trying to land it on Robert Gibson, who's on the mat. Gibson rolls out. He hits the fucking mat. And now Ricky Morton's stuck up in this fucking bucket. Matt Hardy comes over, boom, nails a twist of fate to Robert Gibson, and that's how they eliminated the Rock and Roll Express. That was probably the high spot of the whole match. It was the whole thing. It was the best moment. And just seeing the Rock and Roll Express at 70 pull off some shit better than I see on Raw, that's fucking sad. That I was more entertained in this 10 minutes than I was in the entire 3 hours of last Monday night's Raw. And that's why I watched it. I knew it was going to be a train wreck, and it absolutely was. And that's going to be the end of it. And we're going to move on, because the biggest news probably of the whole week, coming to us straight from the source at WWE.com, was the announcement of the WWE UK Championship Tournament. Going to be its own standalone show, a 2-day tournament to decipher who is the champion of the United Kingdom. They have 16 talents. It's going to be called, I believe, by Michael Cole. Why? He's going to ruin this. But English wrestling legend Nigel McGuinness will be the other side of the commentary team. I'm looking forward to seeing the presentation. I am assuming it's going to come off like the Cruiserweight Classic, of course. 16 men, 2 days, 1 tournament to decipher the UK champion for the first time ever. What does this mean? Well, first, I want you to know that this title is going to be the best looking title in the company, at least in my opinion. Let me show you this fucking title is gorgeous. If you haven't seen it, here it is. The United Kingdom Championship title belt certainly outshines every other belt on the roster. I don't like this fucking weird home plate shape they keep using, but it's fine because at least this one has style. We got the lion crest on the one end, we got the horse, we got the shield. It looks very English, like something you would see on a soldier's flag or on a king's banner, but imprinted on the form of the WWE title belt. You got the plates on the side that are going to represent whoever's holding it, which will be great. You got a little more pizzazz in the side plates. It's absolutely fucking gorgeous. And why they didn't follow this method when they were coming up with the SmackDown title or the Universal title and give us something besides a gigantic WW with the slash? We know what we're watching. Style, class, pizzazz, maybe the double eagle. You can have your fucking W's. Look, you still got 3 of them there when you have those plates in there. You take the other plates out, fine. You still right in the center, your WW. So everybody knows it's property of the WWE. Much better. I fucking love it. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of this whole thing. At a historic press conference at the O2 Arena in London, Triple H revealed that the WWE's first ever United Kingdom champion will be crowned this January, which means it's going to be here in a fucking blink. Even if it's the end of January, look how fast we got to Christmas time, guys. Christmas is like 9 days away. So it's going to be here before you fucking know it. The WWE United Kingdom Championship Tournament is, as we said, a 16-competitor 2-day throwdown at Blackpool's Empress Ballroom, airing live and exclusively on the award-winning WWE Network. Why do they always got to throw that in? The award-winning. What fucking awards have you won? What award matters? The streaming awards? You know what awards matter? I'm going to tell you what fucking awards matter. The Sledgehammer Sports Network 2016 Pro Wrestling Awards. That's more important. And that is the only award that I think would matter as far as the WWE Network is concerned. What fucking awards? Give me a fucking break. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. Let us get back to business here. The United Kingdom Championship. I lost my place here because I got to go off and rant because they got to put shit like that in the middle of an article that I'm reading. The self-promotion in this fucking company is just off the wall. Fucking ridiculous. Featuring some of the best talent the UK has to offer, the last man standing at the end of the tournament will be crowned champion, and awarded a title which was also revealed at the press conference, which I show to you. I'll bring it back up here. Joining Triple H in London were former WWE Universal Champion Finn Balor, General Manager of NXT William Regal, and British wrestling icon Nigel McGuinness, who will be calling the tournament action on WWE Network alongside the voice of Monday Night Raw, Michael Cole. So here it is, right on the official WWE site. Michael Cole is going to fucking ruin the UK tournament before it even gets going. This unprecedented event will showcase competitors from all 4 home nations and Ireland, including charismatic Trent Seven from Wolverhampton, hard-hitting Pete Dunne from Birmingham, Tyler Bate, the bright young 19-year-old star from Dudley, West Midlands. I don't know how I'm even reading this if I'm reading this in the wrong way. I don't know how they fucking wrote this here. I don't know who any of these people are. Tough Tyson T-Bone from Malvern, the aggressive Northern Irish grappler Tucker, Irish high flyer Jordan Devlin, who hails from Bray in County Wicklow. Why does that matter? They write this shit here like I know, like we're going to know who it is. The same hometown as WWE superstar Finn Balor. Oh, okay. So why didn't you just say that? And former champion powerlifter from London, Roy Johnson. Tickets for the historic 2-day event at the Empress Ballroom will be available starting today at 12 p.m. That's yesterday. Not that that matters to us here in the States. If you're listening to me in the UK and you're going over there, good for you. Because let me tell you something. I love the fans over there in the UK. SummerSlam at Wembley Stadium was one of the greatest crowds of all time. And even the ones that followed, the NXT London, fucking great. These guys almost stole the show from the talent. I love when a show is coming to us from overseas because you got to understand they don't get to see what we get to see every week live in the States as often as we can. So when they do get there, they get the most ravenous, most bloodthirsty fans, and they're not afraid to voice their opinion because they spent their money on this ticket, and that's what it's about. It's about being able to voice your opinion and become part of the show. You're not just paid to sit there and sit on your ass and keep your hands in your pocket or on your phone and texting and tweeting all night while you're in the fucking crowd, everybody. So let's get with it. Stick with WWE.com for more news on the incredible tournament as it becomes available. And don't miss the United Kingdom Championship Tournament January 14th and 15th live and exclusively on the WWE Network. So 14th and the 15th, like I said, man, that's like 3 weeks away. We're going to turn around. It's going to be here. We're going to review it right here. That's for damn sure. And before we sign off today, we have 2 more little notes to do here. First, we're going to finish this thing with this week's Superstar of the Week. Now, you might not agree with this, but our Superstar of the Week this week, our Superstars of the Week this week, The New Day. It has to be. Because when you make history, you make history. Whether I agree with it, whether I like it, we have to throw that to the side. As a respectful YouTube journalist, I have to keep my personal feelings out of things. And when you make history, regardless of the facts behind it, you have etched your name in the history books forevermore. And this is a fucking title reign that is going to be hard to break in the modern day, being that we all have lost patience with it as it is. But this week, the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show Superstar of the Week on the Nightmare Room goes to the New Day. Kofi, Xavier, and Big E, who I can't stand. You deserve it this week. I gotta give it to you. Because, like I said, history is history, man. You can only make history once. You know, they broke the record. They can't break it again. They deserve to be there. And finally, I just want to say, where are all the wrestling fans? Like, I know if you're listening to me now, you're a fan. But when I'm out in the fucking world, I don't ever meet wrestling fans. I don't see anybody wearing any hats. I don't see anybody wearing any fucking shirts. I can't come across anybody. And the rare times that I do, it's usually some half-breed, half-wit retard with 2 teeth, hairs coming out of her fucking chin. You can't tell if it's a man or a woman. They're wearing a New Day shirt in a Taco Bell, and they see you wearing a wrestling shirt, and they go, "Oh, man, did you watch wrestling?" And then they want to fucking tell you everything they read in the dirt sheet. "Oh, by the way, they're going to lose on Thursday." Where are you guys? Where are the real wrestling fans? Where are the people that I can talk to and have an intellectual, well-educated conversation about a sport that has been around for hundreds of years? I don't understand it. I could go to buy a fucking ticket. It's everything's sold out. You can't get to anything because everything sells out like a fucking snap. Boom. Sold out. You go to a fucking signing. Lines around the block. You know, the cutoff line for figure signings and autographs and meet and greets. Always booked to the fucking max. But then I go out into the world and there's never anybody there. I'm trying to promote this podcast. I can't find no fucking fans. Where are you guys? If you're out there, let me know. If you're out there and you're watching and you get where I'm coming from and you know what I'm talking about, let me know. Leave me a comment. Let me know you're like me and you're not like them. You're not some sloth fucking mutant that fucking believes everything you read on the internet and likes to just fucking blurt nonsense, whether or not it's a fact or not. "Oh, I love the New Day. They're going to lose on Thursday." Yeah, you were right, jerk off. This was like 3 months ago. I run into some fucking nitwit at Taco Bell. I don't even remember what I was wearing. I think I was wearing my Enzo Certified G, and this fucking half-breed mutant in a New Day shirt, Bootios, is fucking talking to me as I'm leaving with my family. Can't even formulate a fucking thought without spraying fucking water all over the place. Fucking drooling, fucking foggle glasses like this. I'm not making this up. This actually happened to me. Let me know some of the funny shit that's happened to you. Leave me a comment. Thank you for joining me tonight, everybody. This has been the Nightmare Room on the Sledgehammer Sports Network. Don't forget, this weekend we got the Roadblock review coming live to you right here on the channel, immediately following the pay-per-view. We will subsequently also have Raw and SmackDown, probably live after the shows, Monday and Tuesday. It's a very busy wrestling week this week. Every time there's a pay-per-view, I kind of get overwhelmed. There's a lot of news and a lot of stories that come out, and there's just too much to do in just one video. As you see, we're already at about 30 minutes, and I want to thank you for sticking with it through me. I know that sometimes it can get boring, but I'm trying to get better at that, and hopefully I keep you guys entertained for the last 31 and a half or so minutes. And there's a couple other things we could talk about. Nothing really of importance. So we're just going to sign off, and we'll save some of this stuff for the next time. We're gearing up for the holidays here. We got a lot of stuff going on in the Nightmare family, and it's been a rough day, and I'm fucking tired. So we are done here in the Nightmare Room. Thank you so much for joining me. Hit that like button if you have not subscribed. What the fuck are you waiting for, man? Smash that subscribe button. Hit the little bell so you always get notifications every time a video goes up, because YouTube's been fucking screwy lately, and I have not been getting my analyses properly, and people are watching. I know people are watching because I'm talking to people and they're telling me they're watching, but I'm not seeing that reflected in the stats on my YouTube channel. But you know, we're getting there. It's a slow progression. It's a slow climb, and you guys are helping me get there. Thank you so much once again for joining me. For my boy Blue, the Snowball microphone that I love to sign off saying thank you to, because he's so awesome that I just love him so much. Just like I love you guys. Have a good one, everybody, and we'll see you Sunday night for the Roadblock review. Have a good one.